It was very exciting work. For a start, there was a social element. There was a big crew there. There was a crew of workmen who had built up a tremendous experience themselves, archaeological experience. Thaddeus Breen was a classmate of mine in archaeology in UCD. Thaddeus would do a lot of filming at the time. And along with the factual material, he put together a satirical reenactment of the site, and a lot of the crew that was in that reenactment were archaeologists that either were associated or working on the site. An interesting piece of film to view in hindsight.
There were constant deadlines being given to us, and these were impossible asks. There was no way, even with a bulldozer, you could have excavated those areas in that short time. It was an outlandish request. I suspect it was an ass-covering exercise by the museum to be able to say to the corpo, we are doing our best. We take your request for March 31st. We will be out. I have written to Wallace, the site director, to get out by March 31st. I could handle Rafferty, or try, and he was my boss and we were colleagues, even though I was very junior. The corporation were a different matter. They really had no mercy at that time, and really horsed around with me and my staff, really made it very, very difficult, and was quite insulting and hurtful. They did things to make life difficult for us, particularly. By ordering the insertion of sheet piling at our place where it wasn't needed. Or just where we needed to excavate, they would intrude with buttresses and various constructions, just put in to annoy us.
Nou, eigenlijk zijn wij toen we dus hier bijna 30 jaar geleden kwamen. Dat vonden we echt zo bijzonder. Primitief, simpel. Dus op een gegeven moment verlangden we daar wel naar. Dat hier in Ierland, dat niemand in de 90er jaren naar primitiever verlangde dan zoals ze gewoon woonden. En wij hadden in Nederland dat je het juist leuk vond als het wat simpeler werd. In de lockdown voelden dat we hier vastzaten in feite. Je loopt langs de kust, je vindt iets, je vindt dat aantrekkelijk. Ja, bij toeval vonden we dus een enorme berg zwart touw. En toen ben ik gewoon maar een beetje gaan proberen. Je denkt van het is allemaal afval wat uit zee komt. En dat je daar iets leuks mee kan doen, dat vind ik dus gewoon een uitdaging eigenlijk. Ik gebruik het gewoon zoals het uit zee komt en zoals we het vinden in feite. We liepen gewoon hier het eilandje rond en we vonden allerlei touw van aangespoelde kreeftenpotten. En Ja, daaruit volgt gewoon dat je inderdaad alles gebruikt wat je vindt. En daar iets op verzint, dat hoort heel erg bij het zijn op een eiland.
He's a mortal, lads.
Cahan marcí go leor ama le chéile agus iad 223 láig rásaíocht a rinne bliana. Anóin an chólinn chéir is lúcháirde hí.
Tuis an bhfuilach an contúirteach a héan leis an post tá géalta speisialta idir na marcí.
If I sit down in the middle of them, people on television
You're
will
only
not...
second at 40 and all, you have a chance.
Yeah. If I sit down in the middle of these two, right, around about Pat Taff won the Grand National Meet is 40. Apparently I have only one more year to that. Apparently according to these two. If I sit down in the middle of them, I'm certainly to be 5 years younger than both of them, aren't I? Look at them.
Well, you look at it, aren't you? Yeah. Well, you're catching up as well, you're getting late too.
Yeah, you're getting a bit late. Not as late as that.
He's under 100.
Look at the state of that.
He's under Wayne Rooney. Work and stress and things like that.
Yeah.
There's a good bunch of lads and it's good camaraderie. You know, lads are looking out for each other, which is important. When you're galloping down to a fence among 25 or 28 horses, everyone needs to be looking after each other to a degree. So there's a good bond between yourselves.
Good morning, Davey.
Hi, Matt. How are you, boy?
I just looked at the statistics. You are going to be Irish champion jockey this season. And that would be a great feeling, wouldn't it?
It would be a great feeling, yeah, there's no doubt about it. Like, you know, it's been playing in my mind over the years. No, come here, hold on a second now, it's a long way to go. I'm just having a good season at the moment now.
I'm writing that you've not been champion before, have you, Davey?
No, not since I was riding Point of Hinds, Matt.
Okay, yeah, we're talking about proper racing. You've not been...
Yeah, well, there you go. Oh, jeez! Ah, fuck it! Excuse me, sorry, I apologise.
I should just threw a cup of water on Davey, but, you know, I have to keep these lads on their toes.
I'm sorry, there was a cold shower turned on, I apologise, and I'm blaming Ruby Welch. He's got nothing better to do.
Sure. Shouldn't have been standing in the shower doing an interview, should he?
Of course not. On television.
Live.
Grandad at this stage was semi-retired, so he was at home an awful lot more. So he used to like his few drinks as well. I mean, nothing wrong with it, but I seemed to be the brunt of his anger every time he looked at me. Daren't you leave a light on or turn the heating on if he said you couldn't, because there'd be killings. He addressed me as the nuisance from age 16 up. And I don't think he called me Lisa once from that. Like, I think he took out on me the fact that my father went back into the fire to get me mother and he was left with me.
Gahan Vinnick is Sohla Mará, current daoine an Milan fáiste. Tá an duine ag géirí míniú a dhéanamh den tragód, tá siad ag géirí sais scapegoat a all, agus current siad an Milan an duine is éasca.
It became very scary and I didn't like being around him. So I was very cautious of what I wore and what I did and what I said around him. He scared the hell out of me. Call it what you like, you know. It was an abusive situation to be in. He started using very abusive language and there was a threat there that I did think that he was going to harm me sexually. People don't have to put their hand on you to abuse you. It was abuse. He was keeping me awake. I was afraid to go to sleep because I didn't know what he was going to do. was a really, really hard time for me. Everything was kind of blasé. He's getting old, and he had a few pints on him, but it's not right. You know, it's not right.